Alright, so not so long ago we dropped a high taper haircut tutorial. There's another high taper haircut tutorial, but it's for a few reasons. He has a really light C cup, so I feel like with a high taper we can just get rid of that light C cup altogether and make it look like it was meant to be a high taper, not because he has, you know, a light C cup or arch, right? So we're going with a number 4 with the grain, just to keep that hair density. He's receding in his corners, and we wanna create the illusion that he's not. So by going with the grain, you keep a lot of density. So we'll start with our initial guideline. It's a little bit over the top of the ear connection, all the way up to the very high corner of the C cup. And we're using our Andy Slimline Pros to create that guideline. It is not zero gap, so we're not leaving like a harsh line on there. Followed up with the shaver. Make sure the client, you always make sure you ask them if they're okay with the shaver. If they don't know them, you got to make your own judgment, right? Look at the skin underneath his neck. Look at it on the back of his neck. That's a great way to make an informative judgment, right? Decision. So we're using our number 2 guard, and we are tapering behind the ear just to soften that up a bit. And you can follow along, you know, if I miss any guards, you can follow along in the color code on the bottom left corner, but also, you know, make sure you're paying attention to the level work. So like right now it's open, and right now it's closed. His neck's getting red. It's not because it's because I'm pushing hard or my clippers are pulling hair or anything like that. He's just got you know, a little bit of a sensitive skin. Some people just turn red just from, you know, putting a little pressure on their skin. I'm sorry, like sometimes I am blocking the camera just a bit, but I feel like this footage was still worth keeping. I do record myself, so I apologize in advance, guys. Alright, so same thing on the other side, behind the ear, making sure that that's lighter, and it helps create, you know, like marriage between the back taper and the side taper. Makes it look like it's part of the same haircut by lightening that area up some. In the beard area right here, we're using our number 1 guard closed, but on the sides where you see there's less density, it is open, right? See how maybe like around the jaw area it's closed, but you'll see me opening and closing the lever so that I can create the illusion that it's all the same density all the way through, all the same hair length. Alright, now we'll start lining him up underneath his neck, starting with the middle. Making that our guideline to the sides so we can create a nice even bottom line, jawline. this particular client right here, he had just moved. He lives in Detroit now, but he was back in town and he wanted to get freshened up, so he came to the shop. I actually met his new barber. It was funny. I met his new barber at the Detroit the Motor City Barber Expo. It was pretty cool. And he shaves off his mustache. For me, this is like the way I'm shaving it right now is like the least irritated way to do it. Alright, so now we do the lineup. This is where the haircut starts to really take form. People keep asking me about this comb. It is a I believe YS Park comb. They're on Amazon. They're like $15. Pretty expensive, but they're dope combs. Alright, so I'm starting at the highest recession of his hairline, keeping it as low as possible, and then we'll get the rest to look like, look even. It's a great way. It's a great outlook of doing a lineup, because you're not gonna push it up. You're not gonna try to chase the line, as most people would call it. It's funny, guys. I'm recording this tutorial at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I posted on my Instagram. Said people ask me all the time how to get my channel to blow up. Success leaves clues, man. Like, you gotta get it done by any means necessary. So what I'll do behind the ear is I'll pull it down, but I'm also using the body of the clipper above it to kind of brace itself on the ear, and it helps hold it down as well. But there's some people whose ears just won't fold. Alright, so we're using the Tomb 45 shave gel. You can get tomb45.com and the Tomb 45 straight razor. Tell you guys every video. And I don't do it to try to sell the product. Like, I barely ever try to sell product. You guys are super supportive. It already sells. But I know people are gonna ask either way, so and again, the straight razor is like it just takes haircuts to another level, in my opinion. You guys can see how the beard is popping so much more, when applying the straight razor. Yeah, and you guys can see, like, on his neck there's no bumps. The back of his neck there's no bump. So I felt comfortable lining up the back of his neck with the razor. And then we're doing some last minute touch-ups, because I feel like once you line somebody up, you're able to see some imperfections. So I'll go back and touch some stuff up, and especially if I got some time left. Like, if you block 45 minutes for haircut and beard, take some of that, and you finish a little early. Take some of that time to really put that haircut together. But all in all, man, I think this taper came out clean. I don't know what y'all opinion is, but I would love to hear it in the comments below. As always, smash that like button. It helps the channel so much. Share the video, all that good stuff. Don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys. And always finish your haircuts with alcohol. Y'all take care.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Mark Balimos, checking in from Chris Bacio's Look and Learn and Hands-On class. This was a very tense day. It started from 9 a.m. and then at 9 in the night. We went over various techniques and different structures that I really added to my game back home. But what really impressed me was when he gave me that phone call and really inquired about the things that I needed him to focus on in the class, which means that he tailored the class to every individual's needs, which is something I've never seen an educator do before. I believe this class is for everybody, whether you've been studying the game for 2 months and never did a fade before, or you're just an experienced barber over 5 years and just looking to add that one trick to the bag, which will take you to the next level. I just want to thank you, Chris, for dropping them nuggets, and I'll see you again in the future, man.